Welcome to St. Louis Presents. And Steve, we have an action-packed show for everyone today. We're going to be talking about dogs, homes, food, and the holidays.
Yes, I find that a little frightening that we can already start saying happy holidays. Where'd that come from?
Well, as soon as they moved the Halloween candy out, all the Christmas stuff came in.
You know, Debbie, you and I have talked before about the fun things that go on at Union Station during the holidays. I know you and your family love to do the Santa Express and all
absolutely.
that. Well, Hard Rock Café there is now getting into the act. I don't know if you noticed. Back that way. Hi guys.
Who are those people
Hi,
behind
guys.
us? Hello.
They brought some interesting food, and they have some things going on during the holidays too. So we're going to find out what's going on there.
Right, and we're also going to find more about some new developments in the city, because for people who don't get into the city very often, there is so much going on, from historic rehabs to just brand new infill, beautiful homes being built. So we're going to learn a little bit more about what's happening in one St. Louis neighborhood.
And Randy Grimm from Stray Rescue is here. Everybody knows about Stray Rescue, how they save abused and abandoned animals. And everybody knows about that distemper, do you call it an epidemic? I don't know, that's gone on. And so they're facing that challenge and they're getting through it. And he has some good news too, so we'll check in with them.
Absolutely. Good news for the dogs and for you if you're in the market for a new family member.
Right.
So all of that and more is coming your way next, so stay with us on this edition of St. Louis Presents. Stray Rescue of St. Louis has been saving animals' lives for more than 20 years. But on October 29th, their effort hit a major setback when tests confirmed an outbreak of distemper in the shelter.
Randy Grimm is the founder of Stray Rescue, and he's joining us right now to talk about how the shelter is coping in the wake of this outbreak. And they have some good news we'll hear about recently. But Randy, can you start and kind of take me back? When did you all know you had a crisis?
It was on the 29th. Actually, we had a Halloween party going on out on a street fair, and we got test result confirmations on multiple dogs that had distemper. So that really was the day that we found out.
And it's been, I know, not just professionally, but personally, a very emotional time for you and everyone.
Very
at the
emotional
shelter.
for everyone from the staff and volunteers, because, you know, we are the only no-kill organization in the area here, and we're not used to seeing this many deaths, and it's really hard because you're so connected with these dogs. I mean, I rescued so many of them personally, and I tell them their bad days are behind them. You're going to be safe now, and then to see them die, and I remember that kiss they give me of gratitude when I rescue them, and to see them die, has been sleepless nights and, some tough soul searching for all of us.
I imagine it was a scary situation. The problem is that this distemper is so contagious.
It's so contagious, but the odd thing is it's so easy to kill. So it's so contagious, and, we don't know quite, we were thinking maybe it was this dog that brought it in or that dog. Then we realized, then you hear about the raccoons. There's an epidemic with them. So the stray dogs are out there with them. But the bottom line really is that the dogs we rescue have very weak immune systems. They're abused. They're starved. They're broken limbs, to hit by cars, to just tortured. So none of these guys come in with strong immune systems, and or they're about to give birth. And that was the first dog that we realized had distemper, was her and her puppies, and they all passed away. But that you wouldn't know we didn't give a vaccination on the trauma cases because their immune systems were so weak. And that was, what the veterinarian guidelines were then.
But this basically sort of shut you down for a while, didn't it?
Oh, yeah. I haven't been able to rescue. I'm out there feeding dogs and telling them to hang in there. But we are adopting. But the sad part is, that I'm not being able to save a lot of dogs right at the moment. But
Now, I know you want to make some room in the shelter so that the dogs who have distemper but are going to be okay can be in a separate part of the shelter. So ideally, how many dogs would you like to find new homes?
I would love to see 50,
all of them, clearly.
Well, yeah. But I would love to see 50 dogs go to their forever homes. And these are dogs that are cleared. They do not have distemper. They do not pose any risk to any dog or cat or human. I had one person was upset and
Oh, there's Cookie. Look at Cookie on the screen. Who doesn't? Oh, such a cutie.
Yeah, yeah, these are dogs that need homes, and Cookie's cute. So there's a lot of sweethearts that need homes, and if we can get these guys out of the shelter, it will help us be able to reopen, so we can have the dogs that are shedding the virus in one area of the shelter, and then another part of the shelter that's safe, clean, and contained, and just separating it.
Is there anything you can do to help facilitate that, to move these dogs quicker than you might normally be able to?
There's one thing that we're doing, and vodka helps. And I'll tell
Vodka
you,
helps with a lot of things.
yeah, I've had a few martinis lately, but and they're Tito's vodka martinis. Tito's vodka has really come to our rescue in the sense that all adoptions are free. They are actually paying all the adoption fees till next year.
That's fantastic. So through the end of the year, if you adopt a dog through Stray Rescue, no adoption fees.
Zero. So
and they'll have been tested, they've been chipped, they've got their shots, everything's taken care of.
And you get a year of free training too.
Wow.
So if I don't want people to have I'm afraid to adopt a dog from Stray Rescue because I know they had this outbreak. It's like, no, it doesn't. Please use common sense, and science tells you, hey, the dog testing doesn't have it, can't spread it,
And Randy, one thing that I think is important to remember too is that people shouldn't just show up at your door. Then you kind of make an appointment to do this, right?
Yeah, we're preferring you make appointments because we want to do intros with your dogs, make sure it's a match, and so we're trying to keep the lobby traffic down to a minimum. Sometimes when you say something like free, the whole world shows up at your doorstep. So by appointment, there's the way to go.
Well, we hope the whole world does at least show up on your website, because we've been looking at some of those really adorable dogs, and those are on the website and they're available for adoption. Many dogs who could use a great home. And again, I'll put in a plug. My Priscilla came to us from Stray Rescue, and she is the best dog ever. So Stray Rescue of St. Louis, there's the information right there. It's a great website, strayrescue.org. The phone number, 771-6121, and they're just in downtown West when you come by after your appointment. Randy Grimm, I know it's been a tough time, but we wish you the best and keep us updated.
And we're turning the tide right now.
I just thought of a great bumper sticker.
What?
Save dogs, drink vodka. How's that?
Or drink vodka and save them with dogs.
Randy, thanks so much. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about some revitalized neighborhoods here in St. Louis. Stay with us.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
G-morning, sunshine. Wakey, wakey. Text me. Are your parents home later? We can hang. LUV, love you. JK. Holla back. Holla back. Holla back. Are you with your friends? That's lame. We're in a huge fight right now. XO. What'd you dream about? Something I did. Are you on your way to the mall? I'm lonely. Nude pics. Send me some. Text me.
Welcome back. New homes are being built in the McKinley Heights neighborhood for the first time in 25 years. Joining me to talk about the Charles Village project and how it will impact the 7th Ward is Alderman Jack Coatar. Thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for having me, Debbie.
Now, new construction it's actually very exciting how much new construction is going on in the city right now. So McKinley Heights, I had to look it up, I'll be honest. I was like, I'm not sure, but it's near Lafayette Square, just kind of west of Soulard, a little pocket. Why is Charles Village special? What's going on there?
Well, Charles Village is a great project for McKinley Heights. As you mentioned, McKinley Heights is a smaller neighborhood south of Lafayette Square, just west of Soulard, kind of where Gravois follows along Gravois there. And it's a neighborhood with a lot of beautiful, big old historic homes, but also a lot of vacant lots that, over the years, homes have had to be demolished. This project in particular is great because it represents the first new construction we've seen in McKinley Heights in about 25 years, and these are going to be beautiful, new, historic-looking, new construction homes for families in McKinley Heights. And
so Charles was the school that was on that site, is that correct?
Yes, so there was Charles School was on this site in the 2200 block of Shenandoah. I believe it was built in the 1890s or right around then, and it was demolished sometime in the 1980s, and so the site's been vacant ever since then. It's slightly elevated, and the original kind of brick retaining wall is still there, and the houses are going to be up on that site.
Now, McKinley Heights is an historic neighborhood, correct? So is there specific ways that the homes are going to have to look even though it's new construction?
Yes, so McKinley Heights is one of the near south side historic neighborhoods, much like Lafayette Square and Soulard. It has a historic code. We have a neighborhood committee that oversees and works with developers on their design, and then also the plans need to be approved by the Cultural Resources Office and the Preservation Board. And so this project has gone through all those steps. The developers, CF Vatterott, have worked with the neighborhood organization, they've worked with the Cultural Resources Office, gotten preliminary approval from the Preservation Board, and they've already broken ground.
And I think it's really important to note, Alderman Coatar, that there may be a perception that people are leaving the city, and yet everywhere I look, there are historic rehabs, other rehabs, and brand new, lots of new construction. So clearly the developer feels that this is a good opportunity. Were they lured to this neighborhood, or did they say, oh my gosh, this is a great opportunity for bringing more families into the city?
So CF Vatterott, they've done a lot of work sort of near South Side, over in the Gate District and other neighborhoods. They've owned this parcel in McKinley Heights for a number of years, and they've had some other development plans that have fallen through on the site. But they are finally to the point where they think the demand is there to build these 5 single-family homes.
And what are we looking at as far as price range? Do you know at this point?
Yeah, so one of the goals of this project was to keep the homes very affordable. So these are 1,600 square foot, I think, 3-bedroom homes with garages, detached garages in the rear. And the homes will start, I think, in about the $210,000 price range and go up from there depending on, the level of fixtures and everything.
It sounds like a great opportunity. Is it easy for a developer to come in a historic neighborhood and propose new construction? Is that a challenge?
It's not so much a challenge. It just sort of limits, what sort of designs you can have. If you're going to build in a historic neighborhood, infill housing, you have to have a historic model example. So basically, a developer and their architects have to come to the table and say, we walked down the streets in the surrounding area and we found these houses that we think we'd like to base our new construction off of. So developers who've worked within the historic neighborhoods before generally know the rules and are happy to abide by them. It's important, though, for these neighborhoods to keep some level of continuity and make sure that the new homes sort of blend in seamlessly with the existing historic buildings.
Now, your ward encompasses parts of downtown, parts of Lafayette Square and Soulard and McKinley Heights, so you've got the whole mix of the downtown and multifamily and single family. Are you seeing a lot of new people in your ward?
Yes, so I mean, we've been very fortunate in the 7th Ward. We have a lot of development projects going on. In fact, this year alone, we've had almost $38 million in building permits pulled just for this fiscal year, which began in July, which is going to far exceed fiscal year 2016. We've got a couple of big apartment buildings going up in Soulard, market rate, 100-plus unit structures, new construction going on there that we're very excited about. It'll be adding a lot of people to the neighborhood. We have this great project in McKinley Heights with the 5 single-family homes being built. We also have a lot of projects going on downtown, including Ballpark Village Phase 2, which could bring 300 plus new residential units to downtown.
Yeah, that is going to be exciting to see because just, I don't know, 5 years ago, nobody thought Ballpark Village would ever happen. And now we're already talking about Phase 2, and Phase 1 has been hugely successful.
Yes, Phase 1 has been a big success, and we're hoping Phase 2 will be a success as well.
Well, we hope you check back in with us when Charlottes Village and all the other developments come to fruition and we start seeing even more people moving back into the city.
Thanks, Debbie.
Alderman Jack Coatar, thanks for joining us. And Steve Potter has news for us, so let's throw it to him.
All right, thank you, Debbie. The Garden Glow at the Missouri Botanical Garden has returned for the holiday season. Through January the 1st, 1 million lights will be on display amid some of the garden's most iconic locations. Visitors can enjoy traditional holiday music and festivities, and during this time you can also visit the annual Gardenland Express Holiday Flower and Train Show, and you can watch as G-scale trains travel along 900 feet of track through a miniature holiday landscape. To find out more about the garden's holiday offerings, visit mobot.org. The St. Louis Blues have partnered with the St. Louis Public Library and Enterprise Rent-A-Car to display 50 years of blood, sweat, and cheers, a tribute to the St. Louis Blues and their fans. Jerseys, sticks, programs, and ticket stubs from fans and players will be among the items on display at the Central Library from December the 5th through March the 4th. Look for the hashtag SLPLBlues50 on social media and visit the St. Louis Public Library at slpl.org for more information. You may also see some Blues hockey sticks in the hands of disabled veterans. Retired First Sergeant Robert Geddes is a disabled veteran and the founder of Operation Support, which is a nonprofit organization that takes old hockey sticks and makes them into cool canes. Geddes started the organization as a way to give back, and in less than 3 years, he's donated over 800 canes to disabled vets, the elderly, and those in need. His sticks come from various resources, including the U.S. Army hockey team and the St. Louis Blues. And his canes are provided at no cost to their recipients. You can find out more about Operation Support on Facebook or through the email listed on the screen. And with a long election season behind us, the STL TV cameras took to the streets to do a poll of our own. We wanted to find out if residents feel more affected by local or national elections. Let's see what the general consensus was.
Shock and a little bit of disbelief.
And why is that?
I expected a little bit more. Yeah, from the voting population.
I was shocked that Trump won
And why was that?
because he's going to make terrible things happen. I'm worried about the walls Mexico is deporting on Muslims. I'm also kind of thinking that more people should have opposed him.
Well, I still don't think it's real, and it didn't feel real. So, shock.
Why is that?
I just believe that our country is better than this, and we care more about each other than this. I still believe in the power of love, and I think that eventually that will win.
It's good. It's a good and peaceful one. So thumbs up to America. Trump's got it. We look forward to a good 4 years term of office.
Myself, I wasn't too shocked, for real. I kind of saw it going that way. A lot of people didn't go out to vote, so anytime that happens, Republicans usually win, so.
Shock and devastation.
And why was that?
I'm a strong Hillary supporter, and I really love people and the human race, and I'm really sad for women and minorities and the lack of critical thinking that I see in the election.
I'm satisfied, actually, with the results because it's over. And now we can move forward and start just focusing on what we need to do for the next 4 years. So That's my initial reaction.
Well, we've made our way back to the kitchen for a little taste of what the Hard Rock Café has in store for us in the upcoming weeks.
And you know, it's not just great food on the menu. They have some special events planned for the holiday season as well. I'd like to welcome down on the far end in that really cool Hard Rock t-shirt is Brooke Emshoff. She's a sales and marketing manager for Hard Rock, and also here is Chef Marcia Timmy.
Thank you both for being here.
It's our pleasure.
Now, on our last episode, we talked about the holidays at Union Station and all of the amazing things that are going on and how Union Station has been stepping it up every year. And so the Hard Rock Cafe is getting involved as well. Tell us a little bit about why you brought this food other than for us to enjoy.
Well, we decided we would do a special holiday train menu. So we have our regular kids menu, and you know the kids are all over the holiday train. So we decided that we deliver these plates with the kids menus, and the kids are always asking, oh, I want the plate, I want the cup. They're special kids, Rockstar plate and cups, and you have to buy them separately in the Rock Shop. But we thought, well, why not put it all together and sell you the plate and cup too?
Right. I mean, look at these plates. I don't know. Can we?
They're little
get
guitars.
a shot of these? They're little guitars. I would totally eat out of this.
Kids love it.
I want every meal out of that.
Could you pass me a French fry?
So we picked an item that's on our regular menu, the chicken salad, which Marcia's going to assemble while we're talking. And we picked two items that aren't on our menu: a St. Louis favorite, toasted ravioli, of course, and a grilled cheese, which we're asked for all the time. So when you come to Hard Rock, you can get one of these three items and keep the plate and cup when you order those.
Now, this probably wouldn't be what you'd want for breakfast, but I understand you are doing a breakfast with Santa.
We are.
Maybe pancakes served in these plates.
Maybe pancakes, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we're doing a breakfast with Santa on December 3rd from 9 to 11. Santa, Mrs. Claus, and the Icy Sisters. We're very excited to have them in. We're going to do crafts for the troops. We're going to do photos. Everybody gets a professional photo, and really great breakfast.
I'm a big fan of s'mores.
Yes.
And I know you're doing something with s'mores.
Yes, we are. For holidays at Union Station, we will have a big tent set up right beside our patio. We're going to have s'mores that you can just put in foil, drop them on the grill, warm them up a little bit, walk off right with them.
All right.
Now, Hard Rock Cafe is going to be right in the heart of all of it, because I have not seen it yet, but they're going to make they're going to have a fire and ice and light show right outside there, and snow tubing and ice skating, and it's all right outside your door.
Can I really have a French fry?
Absolutely.
We better feed him.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no, it's right off of our patio. We've upgraded our heating system so that our patios are patios covered with. We've got a nice fire pit and some nice lighting out there.
And Brooke, I understand your patio is going to be a good vantage point to watch some shows too.
Absolutely, we're very excited.
Now, when you are getting towards the winter, Chef Marcia, do you have to change up the menu, because people may be thinking of different cuisine as it gets towards Christmas and getting a little colder?
Oh, well, absolutely. I mean, we're going into the holiday season, so everybody wants that comfort food coming out. And something that Hard Rock is also doing that we don't normally do is offering soups. It's something that we have never really done in the past, but we have a lot of guests now that, not today, but it's getting chillier outside. So
no one wants soup when it's 95 degrees
out. so we're offering our soups now, our New England clam chowder, a tomato basil, chicken noodle, some of the classics that are coming back in too. So,
is it a challenge to come up with a meal that will fit inside the guitar?
Sometimes, but luckily,
that's a good question.
Luckily we're focusing on children. It's the holiday season, and a lot of kids are going to be on the train. So we try to think of some of the classics that the kids are going to like. Obviously, we want a healthy option for the kids too. So our salad is one of our healthy. It comes with the carrot sticks and so forth. Grilled cheese, always a kid's favorite.
Yes.
So we got it not normally on our menu, but something that we want to, especially with the tomato basil.
Yes.
So we want to add that, and then just a St. Louis classic. Having the toasted ravioli there for the kids. Again, we have our legendary local burger that has toasted ravioli on it. So we figure
a burger with toasted ravioli.
Burger with toasted ravioli.
Oh my gosh.
So why not cycle that in for the kids so the kids can enjoy it as well?
That's not just for kids, is it?
No.
Okay. I'm not sure about that. Brooke, say something a little bit about Hard Rock Cafe for people that might not know. I mean, you got places all around the world, and
Yes.
you're also sort of a music venue too.
We absolutely are. We're on almost every continent in, gosh, I don't even know how many countries, 75 countries.
Yeah.
And you know, we do a lot of live music. Over the summer, we do a lot of acoustic music out on the patio, which will be very much improved with the new fire show.
Yeah.
Very excited about that. We're going to have some carolers. We're going to have some jazz bands playing while people are there for the holiday trains as well. So.
Now, I don't know if I'm the only one who does this, but I find there's so much to do around the holidays, and I just want to get us through Christmas. You know, there's so much to do, and then boom, you're done with Christmas, and it's time for New Year's, and you haven't made any plans, and oh my gosh.
I think they can help you out.
Yeah, I think
We
so.
can, yes. We will be having some live music on New Year's Eve with Odds Lane. There's a Kid Rock concert at Scott Trade that night, so you can go to Kid Rock. He will be done supposedly before midnight. You can come right down the street. You know, we can see you from the Scott Trade from our front door. Come right down the street. We'll have drink specials, champagne, all sorts of stuff, and Odds Lane will be playing.
Kid Rock to Hard Rock.
Kid Rock
I
to
like
Hard
that.
Rock.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I came up with that myself.
I like it.
All right. Okay, so we are going to devour this food.
We are?
Well, maybe not now, not in front of all of you. That would be rude. We didn't bring enough to share. But remember that you can get the children's meals when you're taking your kids on the train or ice skating or whatever.
And you know, the thing about New Year's is good too, because oftentimes parents sometimes it's hard to find a good New Year's thing that includes kids. And this is something open for kids.
It is. We are all ages at all times.
Right.
So
very nice. All right, so the kids' meals, if you're taking your kids for the train, there's the breakfast with Santa on the 3rd. Of course, if you don't have your New Year's plans yet, Hard Rock can help you out with that. And again, I'm just going to encourage everybody to get out to Union Station because there is something for everyone this holiday season at Union Station. And I can't wait. I'm going to be parked outside of your restaurant watching that amazing fire and ice show. So Chef Timmy and Brooke Emshoff, thank you both so much for coming here. I hope you have a wonderful and successful holiday season.
Thank you.
Would you
Thanks
pass
for
the
having
ravioli?
He has had his eye on that.
Thank you very much. Thank
There's
you.
the information right there. It's hardrock.com/St. Louis. And again, the holiday train runs daily through New Year's Day. And then breakfast with Santa on the 3rd starting at 9 a.m. and New Year's Eve with Odds Lane. Any questions or comments?
I'd have a question, but it's not polite to talk with your mouth full.
That's very loud in my ear.
Yeah, sorry.
While Steve eats, I will thank you on behalf of all of us here at STL TV. Thanks for joining us for this edition of St. Louis Presents, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
And thanks for eating.
You're welcome.